Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in Eastern Manitoba. Currently sunny, semi-cloudy. It really doesn't know what it wants to do. Currently -3, feels like -10 Celsius, which means it is 28, feels like 16 Fahrenheit. So we've still got wind chills. Spring is not here, obviously. We're supposed to get rain today, a high of +2, but we had rain the other day when it was a low temperature and it turned to rain and drag. It was very, very strange. Um, yeah, it's wet, still wet. Hi, Lisa. Okay, you're going to be watching replay. Hi, Jen. Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you guys. I want to do a couple of masterboards today. I caught Malia's video. She was making journals and she got all the pages ready, and then she had forgot to do covers for her journals. So now she's got to keep all the covers and pages were kind of coordinated, so she's keeping them separate. She's not having a fun time. So I figured, I want to do all those colored journals because I want to use up my painty papers. So I figured that I would do some plain color masterboards so that I could make some covers. I am doing a scrapbook crop at the end of the month. Well, it's the last day in April and then the first couple of days in May. It's being held in the town next to us, which is like 10 minutes away. So I figured I would do that. And I figured I would work on the journals. So I need to make some masterboards, so I've got covers. So this is my glue water. I just dumped a whole bunch of glue in there, and I'm just going to go add some water to it because I'm just going to glue down a whack load of book pages. I pulled out a couple of napkins so I can do a blue one and a white one or a green one. Just give me one sec. Running a little on the late side today, guys. Sorry. I blame it on. I was working on ATCs this morning. So I had to clean off the desk. You know how I roll. How are you, Sherry? Okay, so I'm going to hope that I didn't add too much water. I don't measure. I just pour everything. We know. So I figured I would do the masterboards, but I'm going to do it on legal size paper because I've got lots of legal size paper. Got to use it up. I've coffee dyed a whole whack load of it. I'll coffee dye more once I can get out to the greenhouse so it can go out there to dry faster. Otherwise, it takes a long time to dry in the house. Oh, yeah, allergies were brutal. I was out the other day and it's like, oh, we're not having fun here. My eyes were itchy. My throat was itchy. Sorry you're suffering with it too. All right. I've got lots of ideas for these journals. I've been looking up different pockets and various things like that. Found a really cool. It was done by somebody over in the UK. I watched a video. And they used their A4 paper, which is not the same size as our regular copy paper. So it didn't work the way I had. Hers folded up really nice into a little square. I couldn't get mine to open up or fold up into a little square. So I'm just going to do it like this. Yeah, I got lots of fold lines. But isn't that little leaf gorgeous? Little accordion shaped leaf. So it would be an angle here and then a little tuck spot there as well. So I want to make a bunch of these up and have them ready to go to the journals. All right. All right. All right. So, what's anybody's got good news this week? Let's share some good news. I'm going to start by covering everything in journal and book pages. I've got some Inuit, I've got German, I've got Korean, I've got, I think that one's Spanish, English dictionary. And because this is just copy paper and it's a thin copy paper, I figured I would cover it all in book page to start. So I pulled pages out. And I've got lots of book pages. Oh, and this is a tour guide thing, but I really like the patina of the pages, and the font is nice and small. And then, of course, these Korean dictionary pages are so nice and thin. So I'm gonna start with a green one. So what I have been doing is when I know that that's more than one page. There we go. It's very, very thin. It's almost like a tissue paper. Oh, I could use tissue paper as well. I'm sidetracked here. Very sidetracked. So I figure if I do a green one, when I've been painting lately, I have been scraping the extra paint into one of these hymnals. So then I've got, just solid colors, and I don't care if they're stuck together. I just, scrape it in and go. So I'm going to pull out the green. We'll do the green page first. So you can still semi-see the music paper behind it. I don't know if I've got a thinner one yet. It's green and black, green and pink. That one's kind of interesting. Really can't see the music behind it. So I was hoping to have one where the music paper was easier to see. The orange worked out nice. The blue worked out nice. But we're doing green. I guess maybe the green is much more opaque of a paint. All right. So, well, I guess maybe I can we'll use the green. A lot of these papers are very, very white. So we're going to have to figure out something to do with the very, very white papers. I'm going to pull out just one of these music pages here so that I can use the musical staffs randomly all over. You know. So nobody's got good news to share? I got to spend time with my great-grandbaby on Sunday. They came for supper, which was awesome. I'm just putting big pieces down today because it's, we're going to have the other stuff to disguise. Nothing really exciting there. No, all I've got is that my great-grandbaby is super precious. I can't believe what a good baby she is. She doesn't cry. She just kind of goes, meh, meh. Very strange. Lovely, She sleeps. I think I saw her with her eyes open for maybe 5 minutes, and they were here for about 6 hours. She slept most of the time. This one I think I'm going to rip in a few pieces because it's the Inuit, and I don't know how often a book like that's going to cross my path. So I'm going to hoard it just a little bit. Hey, Belinda. Oh, you're eating breakfast? Nice, nice, nice. I'm working on masterboards. I want to get some covers ready for the journals I'm making. So I'm using legal size copy paper, and it's really thin. So I'm going to glue book page all over it to start, and then we'll use stamps and stencils and whatever. This one's going to be green, since I'm doing color coordinated. I just want to tear up, one of each of the book pages. What are you having for breakfast? This is very old. The paper just kind of shreds. It doesn't tear nicely. Are you being affected by the fires there at all, Belinda? We're supposed to get rain, but it's below zero, so I'm thinking it's going to be rain and drag instead. This is the last one. I'm tearing as fast as I can. Egg sandwich, nice. Sausage, happy. No smoke near you, awesome. That's always nice. Okay, I think I've got enough to cover this page. So I've got some watered down glue here, and I'm just going to slather it and stick things down randomly. Let's put glasses on. Yeah, we've had a fair bit of water, so I'm hoping that we're not going to get as affected by smoke as we were last year, because that was absolutely brutal. This is going to warp this page terribly, terribly, and that's okay. Maybe I should go across the bottom here. And I'm not worried if it's upside down, sideways, whatever. Let's put a piece of that Inuit paper. It's very interesting. It's all syllabics. Let's do it right way around. Windy there? Yeah. It was cloudy when I came down here, but I looked out the side window. I mean, can't. It's a window, but it's just slightly above ground. As I say, this is really going to warp the page underneath. I'm not overly concerned because it's going to be a cover, and I like the covers to have texture. That's that one. Let's do some of this. Oh, stick down, please. Am I right on screen? There we go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going to this crop thing. I went to it last year with a bunch of the ladies, my Sunday ladies, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to doing it again. Of course, I'm going to trim the edges down after it's all dried. This is a really cheap brush. Can you see? It's losing hairs, which is okay too. Hi, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. I'm playing with doing a couple of masterboards today. So I am just gluing papers down onto a piece of legal sized copy paper. It's quite thin. So I figured I would totally cover it in book page first, just to give it that little bit more strength. We're getting really kitty corner here. Let's straighten you out a little bit. I'm using watered down white glue. Whoop. You know what? It's okay if there's a little bit of white showing. It is, it is. Yeah, I want to 66 high to 75 and partly cloudy. 11 o'clock there. Yeah. My daughter is in Vegas, her and her partner. And they've been sending me pictures, kind of going neener, neener. And I'm going to neener, neener her when she gets home. Yeah, I want to do some masterboards. I'm doing those journals, the ones with color coordinated journals or monochrome journals where everything's going to be blue and it'll have white, black accent. So I figured if I got some bases happening, then I could just do covers that are more what? The decorations I use on the covers when I'm finishing it will be more what's on the book, in the book. But for now, I'm just doing book page, and then I will color coordinate after. If you know. Just getting stuff down. If I was polite, I'd have done this before I started so that you guys weren't bored by me gluing things down. Okay, let's get another piece of this one. Yeah, I want to take that off. Ooh, I just realized that that's pretty dangerous there. My tea is like right where my blue water is. Nice. I didn't know that bearded dragons liked to swim. That's interesting. Oops. I'll put this down here. Oh, it's very sticky. Very wet and sticky. It's good that it's sticky because that way you know things are going to stay where you want them to. Let's use some of the crayon dictionary to finish that off. Perfect. Perfect. So as I say, this one's going to be green. And I didn't even use any of that music page after all. But I mean, I can come in and just add it sporadically after. We're going to throw that on the floor to dry and do another one. He's been in your dining room. Yeah, my daughter has somebody dog sitting at her house. It's actually my granddaughter's friend from when they were kids, is dog sitting for her. So that was very nice. Nope, get off. So I've got all my bedding plants seeded. They're under lights in the garage right now in the shop. And I'm waiting for it to be nice enough that I can move them out to what was our greenhouse, but is going to be more as a gazebo now because the way our next door neighbor's trees have grown in, we don't get sun in there the way we used to. So we did purchase a proper greenhouse, and it's going to go on the other side of the yard where it's a little bit more sunny. But because we have to build a deck under it, and right now that area is underwater, of course it is, we have to wait and you know, with all the water we had in our yard this year, and we had to sandbag. We're going to use the sandbags underneath the greenhouse as a base because we're going to have to raise that area pretty high, I'm thinking. Pretty high. Okay. Run up toy stuff. Nice. Yeah, we had a really nice greenhouse. And then we decided we wanted one that was a little bit bigger. So my husband put down a cement pad where it was. But with the way the neighbors' trees have grown, we're not getting the light that we used to get. And we used to sit out there in winter. It could be 30 below out. And we would have to wear layers in the greenhouse because it was so nice and sunny that, you know, you go out wearing sweats and you better have shorts underneath kind of thing because it would get into the 30s, the plus 30s, or, you know, at least plus 20s when it was 30 below. But it was fabulous. Yeah, it is going to be a big job. No, that's your tea. Did I dip it in my tea? Did you guys see if I dipped it in my tea? I have a feeling I dipped it in my tea. So yeah, that's kind of the news on my front. Side, back, whatever. I managed to get the mural on the garage repainted last year, so I don't have to worry about that this year. Hey, Carol, welcome. I'm going to be doing some masterboards because I want them for journal covers. Yeah, there's going to be color on them too. Because the journals are going to be monochrome color kind of thing. So hopefully the one that's on the floor is dry enough that we can start adding color to. You know what? I wonder if I could go right across. I can go right across there. I spent, I'm working on ATCs. I did all those little postage stamps, all those ones I punched out. I painted some. I did pull out some magazine images that I would like to use on the black ones. Didn't get around to getting that part done yet. But I did a whack load of little poster stamps, little paintings on them. Some of them are just doodled because they were just abstracty paint things. So I did those. I found, as I was saying earlier, this beautiful folded leaf. It was supposed to be a really fancy fold. My paper is the wrong size for the way she did it, but I thought that something like this would be wonderful in a journal. You've got a tuck here and a tuck there. You know. What do I need? Let's use some of this. Ah, thanks, Belinda. You glued in stamps today? Nice. See, I am very torn about that. Because I have doodled them to the nth degree, or painted on them, or whatever. I'm really torn about using my original work. We know how hard it is for me to use my original works and things. But I'd like to do like a stack of them down the sides. Yeah, you guys know. I know you know. Then I did all those mask ATCs. I don't know why I can't just do 6 or something. I really don't. I'm convinced it's because of selling for so many years that I just find it easier to mass make. Habit. Yeah, it is. It is definitely habit. I admit that is a lot of it is habit. So I'm doing these on legal size paper because maybe I won't have to cut them when I go to use them as journal covers because I'll have enough to do a spine and maybe enough to fold in. So I've got tucks at both front corners, like bud edges on the covers. You know what I'm trying to say. Whoops. So then I was thinking I really would like to get some snippet strips happening. I thought the stamps could be really cute on the snippet strips. Oops. Don't know that I want to use pieces that little, but we'll make it work. Again, I missed the edge, but that's okay. Okay, you need bigger pieces, Kim. What haven't you got? What haven't you got? What haven't you used? Use that, use that, use that. Let's use some more of this. As I said, I pulled out some napkin. Down here. Let's do it down there. See, you've been getting slammed with that white stuff again, Carol. When I got up the other morning, it was raining, and then it turned into sleet, is the only word I could use for it. I've never seen snow hit puddles hard enough to leave ripples like rain does. So I was calling it rain and drag because it's just crazy. But I mean, the ditches and everything are so high here. Our next door neighbor's kids have been out kayaking in the ditch. It's wonderful. 47 of 100. Awesome. I've tried those things too. I get to so far and realize I create every day, or at least every, 6 days a week. So I don't really need to do that kind of thing. And then it just stresses me out. Because I'm not getting it done. Like those little mini paintings from last year. 100 tiny paintings in a year. I consider myself done with that because I did all those little hand-painted tags. And this year I'm going to consider that I don't even have to do it because I did all those little postage stamps. You've got nice weather though, don't you, Lisa? Like maybe is it because people are working out in their gardens and yards? I don't know. I mean, once I can get out in my yard and as long as I can breathe out there, I want to be outside as much as possible. When you're cooped up all winter, you really appreciate. Okay, this one's still too wet as well. I don't have a heat gun. So we're just going to take a piece and I'm going to take this green napkin and we're going to just do big pieces of this. Yeah, I thought it would be fun too. And I was keeping track of everything and it was going good. And I lost my oomph at about day 60 or something because I wasn't just doing one thing a day, right? Like if I was playing and doing ATCs or whatever, it turned into I was doing like more than one. Spring came early, covered in pollen. Oh, brutal. Brutal. Cutting this in 4 or maybe more. You know what? I'm just going to cut it in strips. Hi, Lee. How are you doing? Oh, some airbrushing happening? That's something I haven't done in a long time is airbrushing. You know, there's so many things I want to do, guys. Just not enough hours in a day for me. Not enough hours in a day at all. And yep, that napkin is going wrinkly. I like that textured look. So I'm fine with that happening. Again, these are just journal covers. They're going to be absolutely random. Oh, let's do the right side up. I'm making all kinds of crunkles in this one. All kinds. No. And I'm going to cut this into 3. So this is going to be the green journal, obviously. I know I said that I was going to do the other one, the green journal, but now I'm using this napkin on this one. Chances are I could probably do 3 or 4 green journals. Or this one could just be a leaf journal. Really. We all know I got lots of leaves. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then I can do multicolored leaves as well. What do you think? Should I do a leaf journal? Oh, I can't complete a project in a day. That's very, very hard for me to do. I think I'll do a leaf journal because I have, when I cut up the backgrounds for those mask ATCs, I had lots of little green cutoffs, and I was looking at them going, wow, I could draw some leaves on these and it'd be really, really cute. All right, so I think what I would like to do for this is I'm going to use all music page between. I have a bigger piece here. And let's pull another one out of here. I've got a whole bunch of these little old hymnal books. Yeah. And that way, because I have leaf stamps, I've got all kinds of leaves that I have doodled. See, that piece is really big. Maybe I won't be using just music page as well. Let's go right to the edge. And then I can also do some stitching on it too, right? Eight inches of snow today. Ugh. I'm sorry. That must be annoying. That must be very annoying. Oh, yeah. I have a plan. I have a plan, guys. I know that doesn't really surprise you, I'm sure. You need to stick down. All right. Now, let's add a small piece there. Oops. And we'll put another small piece there. It's okay if they overlap. I have no issue with that. Now, I think what I want to do is, remember I pulled this green one out and you can see the music notes through it. Let's cut up a whole bunch of random green square and rectangle things out of that. I have a plan. But first, I think I want a piece of green tissue paper, which would be back here. Give me a second. Grab one. Should have green tissue paper back here. So, if I put it down over that, tissue paper never seems to want to tear nicely across that way. That one can go there. This one can go here. It's almost like a celery color. Uh-oh, a plan, yeah. This can go here. This can go there. Maybe instead of that, oh no, how about that? There. We'll leave it at that, and then I'll fill the rest with other stuff. Okay, maybe there's no real rhyme or reason to this. I know that these greens really don't go together, but you know what? If you look, when you're driving and you're driving through forested area, one tree might have 3 or 4 different shades of green in it because of the sun, the way the sun's located on it, etc. Oh, I really like that green. All right. Oops, that one folded. No. Oh well. I want this spine to be pretty solid. So did I dip my glue brush in here? Doesn't look like it. I really have to move this. I'm going to move it to the beside me over here. Hi, Brenda. Nice to see you. I think I'm going to do this on this corner. I'm going to put this green piece of tissue paper. And then right there, I think I'm going to put just a smidge of green on that as well. Just to get it to be kind of more flowy. I think I want it going this way. Do I need one here? Okay, let's start with this. I was going to cut square things out of it. So let's go here. Roughly measuring. Now, when I'm folding this to be a book cover, I'm going to have to make sure that this isn't right on an edge because that's going to pop up. I'm thinking. Goes to there. With the paint on it, it's a lot thicker than when it didn't have paint on it. Then one here. I think I need just a really narrow piece for that. Let's use this one. I think that should work. And I think I'm going to need one here. I'll put it on this corner. We'll see if that one fits. We'll find out after. Oh, we'll just cut off this white bit here. There. See if that works. I'm happy with the way that is for now. Although maybe I should put just another little sliver there. Going this way. Wow. Can you see all this scrap pile here? I'm actually going to throw that out. Believe it or not, that's going to go in the garbage. All right, so this one's going to be all leaves. Ooh, that'll be nice. Yes, yes. Very wet. Very wet. So that's going to go on the floor. I think this one's dry enough that we can work with it. The back feels damp, but I will still be able to do some stuff with it. Some stuff. Okay, all this. Look, there's a pen. Don't throw out the supplies. And a palette knife. Look, it's all going in the garbage. Perfect. So now we're going to take these book pages and we can put them to this side so they're out of the way. And we're going to haul this one up here. So I am just going to roughly cut around the edge with a pair of scissors for this overlap here. Don't know if I'm going to use the glue or not. We're thinking. So let's trim this down. As I say, I'm just roughly cutting it it will end up on the I'll use my either my quilt cutting ruler or the big cutter, the Fisker cutter. As I say, I'm doing it on the legal paper because this way I can have it a single piece, fold it for the spine, and that way I just have to reinforce where the spine is. Come on. Okay, so, oh, I did do that edge. Good enough. So I was doing a blue and I was doing a green. Now, do I want to stencil or do I want to do some stamping first? I think I would like to do stencil first, and it's going to be green. I really kind of like this one. So I'm going to stencil. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it in various places. We will get a brayer. We will get a piece of plasticky stuff so that I can brayer the paint out. You know what? Let's just grab. I'm going to just use this. I'm going to put some paint on it, brayer it out, and then brayer through the stencil. So we'll start with this dark green. This is Christmas Green by Delta Ceram Coat. Ooh, and it's just about empty, which is good because I'm trying to use up a lot of my older paints and things just because I'm finding I've got a lot of stuff drying out on me. Oh, come on. Why aren't you, you know what? Let's put some foam under you. No, still doesn't want to go through the stencil very nicely. Well, that's okay. I'm fine with it. You know? Got a big smear there I'm not very happy with. But because this is like a masterboard, you're not going to see a lot of this stuff by the time it's done. You need more paint. Must remember, that is not, the lid is not on my glue bottle well. Probably should have used a brush, but I'm lazy. Oh, that made a big mess, didn't it? That's okay, because I have a plan. You're a mess. We're just going to do a whole bunch of marks like this. Perfect. As far as I'm concerned, that is perfect. Let's brayer this off onto because we could. Hi, Malia. I was just saying that you inspired me to do masterboards today so that I could have covers ready to go for the journals that I'm making. So I've got 3 masterboards more started because I watched your video where you were making 36 journal covers or some silly thing like that. All right, so we've got this. Now we can find a different green. I think I want a lighter green, maybe like this one. This is a Grimbacher fallow yellow green. I'm going to go like this. Just put a little bit down. We are going to take I have a sponge, hunk of sponge here someplace. I had a hunk of sponge here someplace. Well, I have a bigger piece in this. Seriously, I do. Where would I have put it? I had a plan for it. Oh, well, okay. We are going to use instead. How about one of these big cotton ball thingies? That should work, right? And we're going to take this. You've been lurking? Hi, Susan. Oh, no. Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay, so we're just going to, because we don't want it too heavy, we're going to go on this foam stuff. And we're going to do light green dots all over the place. Just randomly, no rhyme or reason. Because again, this is going to be a green journal. I might decide to make some really big fun leaves to put on the front and the back covers. I don't know. I might do caterpillar, big green caterpillar. I might do a frog. For that matter, I might do a big green mask. You know, take one of those ATCs that I did, but make it larger. Ooh, wouldn't a green mask journal be kind of cool? I think I might do something like that. Because it'd be cool if it was not only color, but it had like a theme to it as well, right? The stencil is starting to fall apart. I could do fish. What about really funky green fish? Like, I could do some really funky little collagey fish for all over this throughout the book. What do you guys think? Because I could make some really cool decorative fish. Because I've got my little fish that I can just tuck around anything. Wouldn't it be cool? Oh, yeah. Now I'm getting carried away, but this is what happens. So if I do a fish that's going to fit kind of on one page and then have almost like a fish hook, I could do it out of wire or whatever, and you pull it out and it's a tag, like out of its mouth. Berry babies helping you type. Nice. That's always fun when they help you. I am going to do a pink journal. I'm doing, I have to use up my painty papers. My idea is if I use my painty papers, then I can make more. Because I have so many painty papers. All right. I think I have lots. Oh, let's just do a little bit here. I think I have pretty much little pink, little green dots all over. Maybe a little more there. No. But can you guys see all my green dots? Do you think I got enough? Maybe a little bit more around the edge, this corner. That works pretty good. This big cotton ball thing. Ooh, hey, I wonder if I just took it and made a dot. Oh, look how beautiful those dots turn out. Oh, well, I smeared that one. Now, see, I could cut a fun green fish out of this. It would have polka dots. You can't see them? Okay, right away. Right away, I will hold it up. I just want to use this paint up. So I could use this either in the leaf journal or the fish journal. Okay. Can you see Belinda? Okay, so if this is going to be like a fish journal, it's going to be kind of swampy. Everything's green. But I think doing a nice big green fish on the cover. Or actually, I could have the tail over here come around the spine and have the face, the head on the cover. I think that would work really nicely. I really do think that would work nice. And then all in the, I could use like a green marker or whatever and just do like swishy lines, like a water, you know what I mean? Like wavy kind of stuff. No, this one's going to be fish, but they're going to be funky green fish and they're going to be really decorative. So I need to make cut out a whole bunch of different fish shapes and decorate them. This is going to be the leaf journal. This one is still very, very wet. Very wet. So I think what I'm going to do is pull out a leaf stencil and then stencil leaves on. Oh, marble lines in green paint would be nice, wouldn't they? I wonder if I have a really, really dark green that I could do that. Or when I'm doing the pages, where is that? When I'm doing the pages, I used my compressor and I blew the paint. These I'm going to do some embroidery on. But I could do something like this on quite a few of the pages. And it would look ferny, ferny, ferny. So I think that's what I'll do for this one. I'll do some really interesting fish, and I'm sure I have a field guide to fish or whatever, so that I have little blurbs to put in. And of course, I can put in fish jokes and riddles and just different names of fish in different fonts, right? Okay, so let's write that down because we all know I'm going to forget, or I may forget. Get you out of my way. You know what? I'm going to put this lid on because I don't want to spill that all over the desk. I had a notepad thing. I did, really. No. Well, that's annoying. Let's just grab a piece of scrap paper because we have lots of those too. And of course, I can pull out the gel plate for some fun stuff as well. And then I did all those green doodles, right? That I could have the doodle behind and a fish in front. I'm looking, you would think that I would have scrap paper that I wouldn't mind using, but no. Okay, so we have a fish journal. Oh, and I can use these dangly fish. I can make more of these dangly fish. Hey, Steph, how are ya? Did you get everything all cleaned up? So I could use these, or well, I'll make more. I am trying to use up my painty papers. Yeah, my dangle fishes. trying to use up my painted papers to make journals, and I signed up for that crop at the end of the month. So I want to have some journal covers ready to rock and some stuff that I'm going to be putting in the journals. This one's going to be a leaf journal. It's really wet. I'm just doing masterboards right now for the covers because I'm really bad at not having covers done. I have a little guide to fish book too. I'm sure I've got one someplace because my parents were really big into fishing and that kind of thing. I will look and let you know if I've got it. And then this one, I think we decided was going to be a blue journal, just blue. Anything blue. Everything from blueberries to bluebells to all kinds of blue stuff. Your clothes came out clean? Oh, that's good. Mine did not. I have green glitter shirt. It wouldn't be bad if it was at least in a pattern, but I was trying to do the stickles. Do you guys remember when I did that? And they weren't coming, and I just needed a couple of dots of stickles, and I squeezed and it with pliers, and it exploded all over me because, yep. So blue anythings. Anything blue is going to go in that journal. So I think that's a good start. Bluebirds, blue-footed. Oh, I got a blue-footed booby somewhere. Yeah, I could do all kinds of bluebirds. Blue jays. Oh, yeah. Yes. So, since this is going to be leaves and it's still really wet, I was hoping that I could at least stamp. Let's see if I can pull a stamp out of leaves and at least get some of those down. Indigo buntings. Ooh. Somewhere. Yes, Belinda. It's in a safe place. We know. Okay, so I need a leaf stamp. I have feathers. Oh, maybe I should do one that's anything feathers. Could be fun. Could be fun. So guys, looking for a leaf stamp. I know that I was given one for Fred because I wasn't going to use it. Of course. Oh, look, I don't have a leaf stamp. Wow. That's okay, because I will just chop out a whole bunch of leaves and glue them down. Right, so I just need green paper. Green painted paper. Where's my green painted paper scraps? Oh, I probably don't even have to do that. Let's grab the bit spin. How wet is this stuff? Can I put this down on this? Bit spin. Oh, I'm excited. I'm looking for my critters. These guys go into critters. And Let's look in the flora. See, I've got all these little leafy things that I can use, you know, things like that. I had big leaves, though. There's some leaves. Marijuana leaf. Thought I had other leaves. I'm sure I must have used them in something. Do I want colored leaves or just green? Thoughts? Hey, Jan, I am making masterboards for those journals, those colored journals that I'm doing. So we've determined that this one's going to be leaves, this one's going to be fish, and the other masterboard I'm working on is going to be everything blue. See, I got lots of leaves, guys. I don't think I want to use colored leaves. But look, I've got all these leaves in here. And we all know I'll make more as well. Oh, this is gonna be like the one I did for Janessa. Oh, you like the colored leaves? Okay. Oh, that's not a leaf. Why are you in there? I think I've only got the one colored leaf. Maybe two. I have two. But I've got all kinds of like little ones yet. Because of the collage work I do. Do we want a marijuana leaf on that? Maybe not. Maybe not. And I'll just put this one back in here because I've got containers of leaves everywhere because of my florals. So I've got lots of little ones, so I'll be able to do divisions and yep, we've got it. So let's make these two look like leaves. Let's grab this black paint marker I have someplace. Just had it this morning. Really, I did. It's funny because Tuesday night my desk was clean and they were teasing me that my desk was clean. All right. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Take care. Goldfinches, yeah. Can do goldfinches. All right, so we've got center. Come on. I may even look through some. I've got a bunch of gardening books, floral books, that I'm going to actually look and see if I can cut out some real pictures of leaves even. Yeah, it's too cold out here to do yard work today. And we're supposed to get rain, but because it's below zero, I'm thinking that's not going to happen. I want to add just a little bit to this one as well. Okay, make sure that all semi look like leaves now. I've only got one like this, but that's okay. All right, let's start gluing them down on this cover. And I'm just going to glue them higgledy-piggledy because, why? I don't know which way is going to be up. Yeah, we don't have finches yet. We've got chickadees and juncos and robins. Lots of robins. Come on. So this way I'm going to know that this is going to be the leaf journal because of the napkin and the leaves. I'm going to try and put them so that the same two leaves aren't beside each other. I may run into trouble with this one because I don't know where the spine's going to be. We had that discussion that I'm using legal size paper for these covers because that way I can have a spine. And I've got punches for like maple leaves as well. Oh, and I've used, now I'm thinking, I used, which book is it in? Not you, not you. You, not you. I have so many journals that need covers, guys. It's silly. Absolutely silly. Not you. Okay, now it's going to make me crazy because I can't find it. This one? You and this one? Bet you are. I did this. Remember? I did this one. So I've got these floating leaves. I'm going to have to do a couple of those for in here. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I am currently just doing some masterboards because I have so many painting papers that I need to make journals out of. and stuff to use up, like my leaf collection, etc., etc. So this one is going to be a leaf journal. And I did the masterboard on copy paper, legal size copy paper, so that I've got enough for putting the spine in. And I'm going to fold up a whole bunch of pages like this with the folded leaves on it to go in. What do you like to create, Vanessa? We do a lot of paper stuff on my channel. Don't want them too close to each other. And again, I'm going to hope that that is like right across the spine. So this is going to be the cover for a leaf journal. And I have plans for all kinds of leaves. Or, things that I can use leaves for. This one's going to be a fish journal. And I want to do a really big funky fish where the tail would be on the back of the cover and then the head would be on the front of the cover. And then I want to do some smaller ones for on the pages so that they're tuck spots, so that you can pull like the hook out of their mouth and there would be a... Oh, nice. Nice, nice. We do gel prints, mixed media, journals. I don't draw. I wobble cut. Yeah. Yes. I'm very eclectic in my style of things. As I said, I might do some stitching. I'm trying to use up some of the stuff that I have pre-made. My journals are a lot of my own work. I don't purchase kits as a rule. I'm hoping I've got them going in all different directions. I think I need another one across here. No, that's too close to that one. No, too close to that one. It's going to have to be you because you're the odd one. I love doing gel prints, but when I do gel prints, I'm using it mainly for background and for stuff for my collage works. I don't go for I can appreciate the beautiful prints people do. I do it more for fun and background textures. Think I've got enough leaves on the cover, guys? And of course, what I'm going to do once this is dry is I'm just going to come in and hand draw a whole bunch of leaves randomly. I think it needs one more here. Then maybe a smaller one there. Oh, it's too big. Yeah, that one will go there. Oh, thanks, Lee. Thank you, thank you. Lee does model railroading, and if you're into doing 3D stuff, his channel is just a wealth of information on buildings and bridges and different structure things that people can do. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And then, like I say, I'm going to come in and I'm going to hand draw a whole bunch of leaves. I couldn't find my stamp. Well, I don't have a stamp because I gave it to my friend. I may have some stencils with leaves. And if not, I can always cut some. No. Well, sort of. These are Timu stencils. I don't know that I've got any. I don't think I've cut any. Why do I think I've got stencils, small stencils that I cut, guys? I know. I am so bad. I feel like I've got stencils that I hand cut out of paint chips. Do you remember those? I think I did a whole, when I was doing Janessa's journal for her grad, I seem to remember having that. I'm going to have to look. Airbrush, yeah, I really, so many things that I want to do that I have so fallen down on. As I say, I did my masterboards on copy paper, so it's pretty thin, it's bubbly, it's okay. I can put cardstock on the insides, piece for the spine and piece for the edges. That's not a problem. But I wanted the single piece so that when I fold it into the journal, I can have an actual spine all in the one cover. I probably have some fabric with leaves in it as well. All right. So I'm very, very happy with this. We can leave this. It needs to dry. It is so wet. So wet. Now, we're going to need to do a big fish for the cover. This obviously is 14 inches because it's 8.5 by 14. Is that the size of these? Yeah. So these are going to be big journals, guys. Anyway, what color fish am I going to do for the cover? Hi, Jean. Oh, you're working today? Awesome, awesome. I'm making masterboards because I'm doing journals. You know, so I'm going to do a leaf journal. This one's going to be a blue journal. I did it on legal size so that I can have the spine right in it. This one's going to be blue. So I'm going to pull out watercolors and stuff and do some blue wash on that. And this one's going to be a fish journal. Orange. All right. Let's turn around and find my orange paint. Not big enough. I've used a lot of my orange. I've got pieces of orange paper. Oh, you're pink. Why are you in there? Crazy. Come on, I need a full sheet. That could make a good fish because I'm going to be decorating it. Might be a little muddy. A little muddy. Mind you, that could work too. No, not big enough. See, orange is a hard one for me because I chop it up all the time for my florals. Again, a little muddy. That's better. It's not orange, but that would make a really cool fish. This one. That's it. That's the one I'm using. That is the one I'm using. Now, what's the odds that I can wobble cut a fish this size? Oh, clownfish. It's got the white stripe down. All right. Think I can wobble cut a fish out of this? Okay, here we go. It's going to have a very big fin and a really funky tail. So we're going to start here. And this fish is going to have some lips. And we're going to go body. Fin. And I want a really cool, fancy tail. Okay, so let's go the other way now. So we need the rest of the lips. And we need a fin. In fact, you can have two little fins. And a big fancy tail. Don't like that little fin. It's coming off. Yeah, maybe we need to make... No, you're good. You are good. I think that needs to be a little bit narrower in here. And narrower in here as well. Damn! Is that the answer, Brenda? And then I can do bubbles. What do you think? Okay, so let's... These lips need a little bit more shaping. All right, let's take this black paint marker and we're going to do this stuff. And should he have a big googly eye kind of thing? I think he needs a bigger eye than normal. But before we do that, we're going to go along the body. Just so that we know where we have to do the shading, etc. Oh, don't do it on top of that. What was I thinking? And of course, we've got really funky tail happening. This paint mark is squeaky. And of course, we're going to have a little side fin. And we're going to give him an eyeball here. Nice big round eyeball. All right. So, he has us a basic fish. Trying to decide how I want to decorate them. Hi, Andrea. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Why did the vegan go fishing? Ooh, no idea, Brenda. No idea. Okay, so I think this fish needs to be sectioned off. I don't know. Guys, as much as I would like to do like one of my wild fish with flowers and stuff, I don't know. Oh, thanks, Jen. I think he'll look cute on the cover because that way his tail would be on the back cover. This would be on the front. And then I would have bubbles coming up. And I would be doing like blue squiggly lines for water. Oh, thanks, Flo. Thanks. Just for the halibut. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Brenda. Love it. All right, so now what? Now what? Now what? Like I say, I want to do him fancy. But do I just doodle him? Or, you know what? I think I'm just going to doodle him. Oh, thanks, Vanessa. Welcome back, Sherry. I'm doing journals, Andrea. And so I was doing masterboards today because I need journal covers. Because if you noticed, Malia was kind of complaining that she forgot to make her journal covers. Now she's got papers that match the cover, but the cover's not made. And so she's got to play with the cover and she doesn't want to mix the pages up. So she's got a bit of a dilemma. So I want to get my cover done so that I'm not in the same dilemma. You know how it goes. Well, yeah, dad jokes. It's funny, I've been sending those to my grandson now that he's a dad. I said, getting you practiced up here. you know. Um, Thoughts, folks. Do I shade it as polka dots? Do I paint it with in stripes, different colors and flowers? Do I do them like my little tiny fish but big? Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me grab these other fish. So, do I do them like these guys? Stripes, decorative, folk arty. Do I do them like that? Or like my little fish? Just a little bit of additional color and shadings. Like these ones? Right hand or left hand? Right hand? Okay. Right hand, right hand. All right. Let's get the bits box gone. Like these. Okay, so now I can come in with striped pieces of painty paper. Or I can just paint and doodle on this. I think I'm just going to paint and doodle on that. Let's mark off the areas. Okay. Okay. That's what I shall do. So maybe what I'll do is I can do the fish's body and head. Okay. I have a lid. I have red paint for the lips. Let's start with painting big red kissy lips. Because we can. And down the rabbit hole we go. We'll paint this stripe in the red. Now we have to remember red is not a great concealing color. Oh no, am I spinning? Guys, am I spinning? Am I still here? Oh. Okay. Got rid of that. Oh, am I freezing? I'm back? All right. Let's do the top fin in this turquoisey. Because we wanted an orange fish, I want to leave as much orange as possible. I think I will do this top fin and the bottom fin in the turquoise. Let's use this as my paint block from my desk. That way I can be a little bit less careful. A little bit less careful. We'll do both the top fin and the bottom fin in the turquoise. Doesn't matter if I get paint on the back because it's going to be glued down on the cover. But this is what I was saying. I could do a fish head or just a big fish on here and then have it so that you pull the hook out and it's a tag. Ooh, or it could be a worm. What about a worm? Oh, I'm not narrating, so it feels like I'm frozen. That makes sense. Yeah, normally I narrate. Okay, I'll narrate. Okay, so we're going to do these, all the fins in the turquoise, because I like turquoise and orange together. I do, I do. Ooh, don't make that big a mess. All right. Of course, I will come back and put another layer of color on everything. Now, I want to leave the head and this one with the orange and stripes, stars. And I think maybe I'll leave the, okay. This one we're going to do, let's use this orange. You still got sound? You've got sound talking on your end? I'm always talking. I'm talking now, Jean. Talking now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You don't have any sound? What the heck? I wonder why you guys don't have sound. Belinda has sound. Andrea's got sound. Well, it's not like I'm, you know, choosing not to have sound. I'm talking. You've got sound, Brenda? Sherry's got sound? Well, maybe it was just because. Why? I wasn't narrating. You guys are used to me narrating. You guys are just used to me narrating, and I wasn't talking. It's back? All right. Maybe it was always there. I was just being silent. I was focused at the time. You know, that happens too. All right. Now, decisions. I think I need to do another coat on the colors that I did, because I liked it at first and now I'm not a fan.